Most people never realize this, but the thoughts running through your mind are not actually yours. They feel personal, familiar, constant, but in a moment you'll see how most of them were installed quietly, and why recognizing this changes everything about your power, focus, and direction. If you're hearing this, your awareness is already above average. Most minds never question the source of their own thinking. They just obey it. Here's the unsettling truth. Your mind was trained before you were conscious enough to defend it. From early authority figures, from repetition, from emotional rewards and punishments, from what got approval and what created tension. Over time, your brain learned shortcuts, thought patterns that felt safe, beliefs that kept you socially accepted, mental scripts that avoided risk, conflict, or responsibility. Now, here's the part most people miss. When a thought appears, it doesn't arrive labeled. It just feels like me. But many of those thoughts are echoes, conditioned reactions, borrowed conclusions running on autopilot. That voice that says, "Don't try yet," that's unrealistic. Wait until you're more ready. That's not for people like you. That is not intuition. That is conditioning, protecting the past. And here's where most people get this completely wrong. They try to replace these thoughts with positive ones. Affirmations, force, motivation. That fails because the problem isn't the content of the thought, it's the identification with it. Power doesn't come from thinking better thoughts. It comes from realizing you are not your thoughts. The moment you stop merging with every sentence in your head, something shifts. You gain distance, calm, control. Thoughts become data, signals, options, not commands. Listen carefully. You don't need to silence the mind. You need to stop obeying it automatically. Here's a simple way to install this shift. Today, when a limiting thought appears, don't argue with it. Don't suppress it. Just ask internally, who taught me to think this way? That single question breaks the spell. It creates separation. It reminds your nervous system that the thought is learned, not truth. And once separation exists, choice returns. This is where real confidence begins. Not loud, not forced, but grounded. A mind that observes itself is no longer controlled by itself. Clarity replaces urgency. Calm replaces noise. Direction replaces confusion. You don't need new thoughts. You need a new relationship with thinking. This is where real mental power begins.